Hello friends, welcome to the August edition of Monthly Viewpoints. Global equity markets continued their rally over the past month. India was up 8.5% in US dollar terms in July and was amongst the best performing markets after Brazil and China. But we still have room to catch up. Looking forward, key macro factors are in balance. Globally, economies are seeing a recovery with indicators like PMI showing an improvement, although resurgence of the virus is being seen in a few countries. US economy was on a recovery path but is showing signs of flattening due to a wave of new virus cases in a few states. The Chinese economy is also rebounding but still has some way to go before reaching pre-COVID levels. Globally, fiscal and monetary policy will remain highly accommodative and liquidity will remain high, which should continue to support the economic recovery. Coming to India, we are still seeing a rising trend in the number of COVID cases, although the fatality rate remains low. There are signs of reflation in the economy. Pent-up demand is seen in the form of higher vehicle registrations and rising air travel, although it remains to be seen if this will sustain. Key high-frequency indicators such as electricity consumption, petrol and diesel consumption, rail freight, toll collections, and e-way bill generation are showing improvement, although some are flattening out. Capacity utilization levels for oil and gas, steel, and tractors are at par with pre-COVID levels, while those for two-wheelers, cement, and power are catching up. Rural economy is a bright spot with normal monsoons and kharif sowing higher year over year. Rural demand has been resilient and is being seen in various sectors such as consumer staples, paints, cements, and auto, especially in two-wheelers and tractors. In addition, global macro factors such as low oil prices and stable currency also continue to be in India's favor. The Q1 FY21 earnings season is going on, and the earnings announced thus far have been better than the lower expectations. Corporate earnings should bottom out in FY21. Recovery is projected in FY22, and economy and earnings are expected to normalize by FY23. Also, companies are redesigning business processes to take advantage of technology, remove inefficiencies, and reduce costs, which may lead to faster recovery both in earnings and ROE. Coming to valuations, the valuations are reasonable with Nifty trading price to book around 11.5 times below its long-term average. In the current environment, price to book is a better indicator than price to earnings as the earnings have not normalized as yet. Mid and small caps are at relatively attractive valuations compared to large caps. Low interest rates and high liquidity can justify higher equity valuations going forward. We have seen that the US dollar has entered a bear market and a weaker USD boosts EM flows and assets. Consequently, India continues to see strong FII inflows in July. However, domestic flows have turned negative even though the SIP flows have been steady. Coming to our view on the market, globally equity markets are expected to remain volatile due to the resurgence of the virus in a few countries. However, accommodative fiscal and monetary policy and high liquidity should provide a supportive backdrop for stocks. As we have seen, US markets are already back to the pre-COVID levels and the tech-heavy Nasdaq has hit all-time highs. Abundant liquidity, globally as well as domestically provided by the RBI and stimulus measures by the government will contribute and support to the Indian economy and can drive a bull market in Indian equity markets in the medium to long term. In the short term, that is over the next 3 months, market volatility is expected to continue, but high liquidity should provide a support. However, in the medium term, which is the next 1 year, market can rise close to the previous peak, implying a 10% upside from current levels. In the current environment, it would be best to take a longer-term 3-year view as the economy and earnings would have normalized by then. Over a 3-year time frame, we can expect a return CAGR higher than the long-term average of 12.5% for the Nifty. Indicators like market cap to GDP and market cap to broad money supply also indicate that the market has sufficient room to rise from current levels. Low interest rates and high liquidity justify higher valuations. In terms of sectors, we are positive on banking and financials, consumption, which includes low-ticket consumer discretionary, retail and auto, and the technology and digital sectors. Our recommendation is that investors should stay invested, continue their SIPs, and definitely buy into any dip. Lump sum investments can be spread over the next couple of months. We provide a bouquet of suitable funds for investors to choose from. Thank you and happy investing.